I'm your host, Logan23. You're joining me for Veil of Secrets, Chapter 2, Unveiled. So, the bride Kate O'Malley vanished on the day of her wedding. That's right. The moment came for her to walk down the aisle, and she was nowhere to be found. Sounds like a lot of people at the wedding probably preferred it that way. A lot of people at the wedding were assholes. I can't blame them for thinking that, though. A bride running off on her wedding? Wouldn't be the first time that happened. That's not what happened here. And how do you know that? Because I knew Kate. That, and I thought she was going to be a gold digger. Welcome to Veil of Secrets. As the world turns in days of our lives. Oh, serious, it's what the intro is. Sterling Manor. You stand in the lavish halls, the guests mill about the room, uneasily murmuring to one another. It's been about 30 minutes, and there's still no sign of Kate. Kate's brother Flynn stands next to you, brow furrowed. I don't like this. Something's wrong. Definitely. Kate can be a little flaky, but she would never miss her own wedding. You saw her last night, right? How was she? Tell him the truth. She seemed off. Something was clearly bothering her. She tried to tell me, but then Tanner showed up and practically dragged her away. Do you think she was having second thoughts? Maybe. It could have just been cold feet. I don't know. It seems like she's been struggling to adjust to it all. You gesture around the room. Flynn nods grimly. Still, I can't square her. Just bailing on everything in the last minute. I swear to God, if something's happened to her. The grand doors at the end of the room swing open, and Tanner storms in, followed by his father. A petite, pinched-looking woman rushes over them from the corner. You assume she must be Tanner's mother. Well, did you find her? She looks like the Wicked Witch of the West. We've searched the whole mansion, Margaret. There's no sign of her. She's gone. She's really run off? How disappointing. Disappointing. More like ungrateful. How could she do this to me? Bryce snorts derivatively from his perch by the bar. As he takes a long pull of his beer, a few empty bottles are lined up on the bar in front of him. I told you, bro. Go roll around in the trash all you want, but don't bring it home. I want to knock you senseless, you fat pig. Tanner, something must have happened. You know Kate. She's incredibly loyal. She'd never just run out on you. Not like this. Every dog's loyal until the day it bites you. I thought I knew Kate. You did. You do. She's the woman you want to spend the rest of your life with. Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore. My Kate would never do this. Exactly, she wouldn't. But what if someone got to her? Are you saying you think she was kidnapped? Oh, please, it's nothing. People get wedding jitters all the time. And that's when they're not so obviously out of their depth. With Kate's upbringing, this must have seemed overwhelming. We're not getting anywhere this way. Let's talk things through logically. Who was the last person to see Kate? I saw her this morning, dressing room, getting ready. Okay, when was that? It must have been, I don't know, 3 hours ago. And no one's seen her since. Kevin stares at you blankly. Flynn shakes his head, obviously frustrated. No one else seems to have seen her since. Just then, the parlor door swings open. Grant walks in, pocketing his phone. I just got off the phone with the police. We should all sit tight until they get there. The police? Are you serious? You called the police because of this? She's missing, Bryce. If something would happen to her. Of course. Mr. Emerson would never miss a chance to capitalize upon my family's embarrassment. Are you serious? That's got nothing to do with this. Not cool, Graham. Not cool. He leans over the bar to grab a fresh beer, then storms off towards the foyer. Margaret sighs. Well, since Grant has assured we'll all be sequestered for some time, should we make ourselves a bit more comfortable? I'm sure everyone's nerves are a bit frayed. The staff can serve cocktails in the parlor. They guys start shuffling off to the parlor, muttering about the turn of events. You linger behind. With everyone out of the way, I might be able to turn up a sign of what happened to Cade. I bet one of the guys would be willing to help. Uncovering clues now will help you unravel the mystery of Cade's disappearance, and you'll get some alone time with your sleuthing partner. I'll search with Grant. Search with Flynn. I'll wait in the parlor, because I'm a shit journalist without a partner that has no journalistic skills. No, better play it safe. You head into the parlor, and Grant and Flynn follow. Pierce checks his phone and nods. I think we can expect the police to arrive any minute. Good. We'll need them to ascertain whether anything invaluable has been misplaced. Seriously? Mother, I hardly think Kate's capable of that. Really? I'd assume someone with her background knows her way around a pawn shop. That's enough. One more word about my sister and you'll regret it. Oh, feeling feisty, jailbird. Care to add an assault charge of the day? I'm sure that will help your family's cause. Flynn clenches his fist at his side, seething. Bryce starts to turn away. Then at the last second, he swings around to sucker punch Flynn in the face. Flynn stumbles back, stunned. What the? Oh, it is on. He lunges forward, plowing into Bryce's gut with his shoulder. The two tumble to the floor, sending chairs flying. I should let this happen as I sip my coffee. I'm guessing this goes back a little further than this morning. Definitely. Bryce has been, well, Bryce for years. I hate to say it, but my money's on Flynn. Brawling comes naturally to his sort. I wish there was another woman in the room that would start brawling you. Bryce, stop this at once. You are a sterling! Grant rushes in, pinning Bryce's arms behind his back and dragging him away from Flynn. Let go of me! Almost had him! Sure, if this was a pig-slothing arena. Sure, if what you meant is you almost had my fist down your throat. Just before Bryce wrestles himself free, the doors swing open and 3 police officers walk in. Flynn takes a step back, obviously skittish. Bryce clears his throat and brushes himself off as though nothing happened. One of the cops, a heavy-set middle-aged man, steps forward. Alright, folks, everybody calm down. We're gonna take care of everything from here on out. I'm Chief Tommy Walsh. These are my 2 deputies, Jeff Duffy and Nima Silverhawk. Hey there. She says nothing. Let me guess, love interest? Love interest. Pierce steps forward, smiling staggeringly, and claps a hand on Tommy's shoulder. Good to see you, Tommy. Thanks for coming by. No problem, Pierce. Anything for old pals, Sternland. Little whaling drama here. It seems our bride caught a case of last-minute jitters. Nothing to be alarmed about. How about you let him ascertain that? Jitters, please. She bounds harder than the cheeks her family writes. Checks, excuse me. You are really starting to irk me, you high-class fat mother... Do you have any evidence to indicate that? A note, a text, a prior pattern of behavior? No, she didn't leave anything like that. As far as I knew, she was excited about the wedding. We were happy. Then why do you think she would run away? Duffy, did I say you could ask questions? Oh, you're one of those. Okay. No, sir. Then keep your mouth shut. Yes, sir. Pierce leans in, speaking to the police chief in a commissionerary tone. Miss Wrigley is a molehill, Tommy. I'm sure Kate will turn up. There's no need to draw any more attention to her regrettable behavior. Understood, Pierce. We'll just head out and let these lovely folks enjoy their cocktails. Are you serious? You're just gonna leave? Kate could be in trouble. Flynn's right. Deputy Nomi Silverhawk. I think Deputy Silverhawk made a great point. Kate has zero history of this kind of behavior. And we spoke just last night. If she were having cold feet, she would have told me. Chief Walsh sniffs, nervously rolling his eyes. You force yourself to ignore him, keeping your focus on Deputy Silverhawk. I'm really worried about her. Something must have happened. That does sound suspicious. With all due respect, Chief Walsh, we should at least look around. Talk to guests. Tommy glares at her. She reminds me of, Estella. What I mean to say is, I'm sure you all agree that Sterlings of all people deserve our best work. Of course they do. In this instance, I think that means ruling out foul play. Chief Walsh sighs, rubbing at the bridge of his nose. You got some powder there from the last keg of donuts you ate? What do you think, Pierce? Might be nice to set everyone's minds at ease. Pierce glances at Margaret and gives a tiny, clipped nod. I'm sure our guests would be more comfortable knowing exactly what happened and what didn't. And of course, if you're already searching the house, I'm sure you won't mind helping me ensure that nothing of value has disappeared along with our runaway bride. A good point, Margaret. To think you were ready to call Kate your daughter. What a joke. I don't see anything remotely funny about the situation. She turns on her heel and glides away icily. Officers, I suppose you better get started. You heard the man. Move! Walsh, Silverhawk, and Duffy fan out and begin to look around, questioning guests. Once they're gone, Flynn practically collapses onto a nearby sofa, rubbing at his jaw with a wince. You sit next to him. You're hurt. It's nothing. I'd say you should see the other guy, but I wouldn't want you to subject you to that again. Oh my god. No shit. No shit. I should... get him some ice. Be nice. You don't need to do that. It'll heal. Eventually, sure, but I have this weird thing. I prefer faces when they're not a mass of gross purple bruises. Fill a napkin with ice from one of the champagne buckets in the reception area. There, let me. He winces as you press the ice to his face and relaxes slightly as it numbs some of this pain. Alright, maybe you're right. I do manage that occasionally. Flynn reaches his hand up to take the ice from you. His fingers graze yours, and he holds them for a second, looking in your eyes before you finally pull your hand away. I can see why my sister likes you so much. Comforted Flynn after the fight. You lean towards him slightly, wanting to say more, but then the deputies return, gathering at the front of the room. Alright, people, you're clear to go home. That's it? But you just got here. I'm sorry, but we haven't turned up any evidence to indicate... What about Kate up and disappearing? That's pretty strong evidence to me. We'll have to wait 24 hours before filing a missing persons report. Walsh's policy. If you want to see her again before then, why not start your private investigation in some other bars around town? I'm about to deck him. I'm gonna deck him. I don't appreciate your tone. You're speaking about my fiancée. Oh, right. Sorry about that, Tanner. I just meant, I'm sure she's safe and sound. Tommy raises his eyebrows and mouths touchy to Deputy Duffy as he lumbers toward the door. We'll do a quick search of the grounds and then be on our way. You return to Flynn, whispering, if they're not going to do their job, I will. You sure? I know it seems like a useless oath, but in a town this small, the police chief has some serious pull. It almost hurts me to say it, but you don't want to make enemy of Tommy Walsh. Why? I could just easily make up friends with him when I bring him like I don't know, a fattening drink with a 16 plus 100 calories and a box of donuts. I'm a journalist, remember? I know how to dig up a scoop without upsetting the wrong people. And step 1 is trusting your nose when something smells foul. You duck into the dining room, where Bryce is busy pouring himself a generous glass of whiskey. Bryce. When was the last time you saw Cade? I'm sorry, have we met? No. You may have seen me, maybe, when you're tussling around like a fat pig on the floor, you know, fighting Kate's brother. I'm Kate's friend from college, John. Can you tell me when you last saw Bryce? I don't know, this morning? I don't exactly expecting to have a report on her whereabouts later. I remember seeing her, though. After all, it's not often you can practically smell a hangover from 10 yards. A real class act, that Kate. Am I right? Your fly is down. Your breath smells like salami, and you've got cocktail sauce all over your stomach. Bryce puffs up his chest, obviously searching for a comeback. When he can't think of one, he sniffs at you, grabs his whiskey, and stalks off. What is up with this guy sniffing at people? I mean... That was very informative, or wasn't. You know, as Pierce Sterling, a glass in one hand, surveying the room from a spot in the corner, you approach him. Mr. Sterling, you must be so worried about Tanner. Tanner will be fine. Sterling men don't let themselves get bogged down in emotional twaddle. Though I'm not sure we've met. You are? Your worst nightmare? Kate's best friend from college. John? And I take it you have no idea where your dear friend is today? Of course not. If I did, I would have said something. I actually was hoping you could help fill in the picture for me. Man, then I'm sorry to disappoint you. Last I heard, she was planning to follow through on her promise to marry my son. Now she's gone. Of course, I told Tanner this ludicrous fairy tale of his would never work, but my son isn't always practical. Practical? What's that supposed to mean? I'm sure your friend Kate has many qualities to recommend her. Tanner must have seen something in her after all. But to swim in the waters we Sterling swim in, to usher this family into the next generation, that takes the right upbringing. Silly old me. I thought marriage was supposed to be about love. He glares at you, jaw set tight. It's been a long day. I'm sure we're all tired. If you'll excuse me, I have business to attend to. Oh, don't let me keep you. I'm sure it's much more important than trying to find your son's missing fiancée. His eyes narrow at you, face reddening, but he says nothing. A few minutes later, Scarlet saunters over to you. Aren't you adorable, John? Going in your big city reporter mode? The only thing I'm trying to do is find out what happened to my friend. Isn't it obvious? Enlighten me. Oh, brace yourselves. Here, I'll even write you the headline. Low-rent climber realizes she doesn't have what it takes to reach the top of the ladder. Are you fucking an idiot? All she had to do was walk down an aisle and she'd be higher than you will ever be. Bitch. Oh my god. Scarlet, why are you always so mean? Or do you typically tug around Home Depot up your ass? Mean? I just call myself realistic and honest. I don't know what truth you think you're telling. The one where Kate couldn't cut it and bolted. I mean, hello! Just before the ceremony, she's off at the edge of the property, chatting away on her cell phone like she had nowhere else to be. Oh, we found a clue. Look at that. Real Sterling material would know better. Wait, what? Where was she? Did you talk to her? Over by the woods. And no, I didn't talk to her. She acted like I wasn't even there. Like whatever she was talking about was so much more important than her maid of honor. Did she seem upset or scared? I just told you. She seemed like she was ignoring me. Why would I wait around for like some kicked dog after that? Why didn't you say something about this earlier? Maybe because nothing happened? Kate's just trying to get attention. I, for one, am not going to play into her little drama queen game. I can't believe you. This could be a lead. She was getting married, you dumbass! She had it all! I hate these horrible creative stories. Come on now, Pixelberry. Come on. Someone ain't that stupid. I have met a lot of stupid people, but come on. You run outside just as Deputy Silverhawk is getting into her squad car. The other officers seem to have already left. Wait, Deputy, I've been investigating and... You've been investigating? I'm a reporter and Kate's best friend, and honestly, I think I have a lead. Please say you'll look into it. Chief Walsh, in his infinite wisdom, has decided that we should... How did he put it? Steer clear of this pile of... Let's pretend he finished with that sentence with manure. But you'll hear me out, right? She sighs, glancing over her shoulder down the drive. Fine, but be quick. I'm really not supposed to be here anymore. Okay, I just found out that Kate was talking on her cell phone right before the wedding. I'm sorry, how was that a lead? She was all the way out there, right at the edge of the woods. We're talking minutes before the ceremony was just to start. He pointed at the spot near Scarlet, mentioning, I dare you to tell me that doesn't seem strange. Well, it's certainly unexpected. Did you search the area? Maybe she left something behind. No, we stuck much nearer to the main property. But I'm really not sure what you think we'll find, and Walsh expects me back at the station. Pick up a thing of donuts on your way back and he'll excuse you. Please, Deputy Silverhawk. If something happened, every minute counts. If it turns out we could have done something to help her and we didn't, well, I don't know about you, but I don't think I'd ever stop regretting it. Deputy Silverhawk glances out over the grounds, momentarily lost in thought. You have a point there. And the last thing I need is more regrets. So you'll help me? Chief Walsh specifically said this investigation was closed, but if I listened to everything guys like him told me, I'd still be waitressing back in Wyoming. Come on, let's go check it out. Thank you. My God, it wasn't a diamond choice. The two of you walk towards the thick forest on the edge of the manor grounds. I'm John, by the way. You extend your hand and she shakes it. Pleasure to meet you, John. Naomi Silverhawk. You inspect the area where the grass gives way to the woods. It looks woodsy. Kind of what you'd expect, I guess. And you're a reporter. Wait, see that? Naomi points to a broken branch. The bush next to it is in a total disarray, like someone fell into it. You take a closer look. Whoa, check this out. That's a big print. Almost certainly a man's boot. Naomi stoops down for a closer look. It's fresh, too. Can't be more than a few hours old. Do you think whoever left this might have kidnapped Kate? Could be, but it could also have been from the gardener or a wedding guest. Thunder booms in the distance. You look up to see angry clouds rolling in overhead. A storm's coming. It'll wash away the trail. Does that mean... It means we'd better hurry before it's gone. She heads into the woods. You follow her, pushing through the undergrowth. Can't imagine Kate out here in her wedding gown, or really ever. She was never the outdoorsy type. No, what about you? I love to hike. Living in the city is amazing, don't get me wrong, but I miss it. Central Park, well, it just doesn't compare. No shit. I hear you. I feel the same way about Wyoming. There are more woods here, which is nice in its way, but there's so much less sky. Didn't anyone ever tell you that you could be a writer, Deputy Silverhawk? Can't say I've heard that one before. And please call me Naomi. So you're a reporter? Yep. Right now I mostly cover local politics, though I'm hoping to dig into stories with more of an investigative angle soon. So literally, Mizumi or James from, Junior. How about you? How long have you been a cop? 3 years, though only a month here in Birchport. Wow, not long at all. Believe me, I'm reminded of that every day, usually in so many words. Emma stops and kneels down. After a second, she turns to you, smiling. See that? Another footprint. Wow, you're amazing at this. I would have never noticed that. I spent a lot of time outdoors as a kid. Flash of lightning rips across the sky, followed by a loud clap of thunder. Within seconds, you're in a downpour. That came on way faster than I expected. I can barely see in this rain. Let's try and find somewhere a little more sheltered. Naomi trudges forward, then stops and points, shouting to be heard above the pounding rain. Over there, a cabin! We could wait out the storm in there. It's our best chance of picking up the trail later. There's a chance to get closer to Naomi and stay on Kate's trail. I'm facepalming her. We probably shouldn't. We should stay in this rain, or run back to the manor. We don't know where it belongs, or who it belongs to, and with all the weird stuff happening, I'm not sure I want to start breaking into strange abandoned cabins. Suit yourself. You didn't go to Naomi with the cabin. The two of you press up against the trunk of a tree and waiting for the storm to pass. Soon the rain slows down to a drizzle and then tapers off entirely. Technically standing under a tree in the rain with a person of opposite sex for me, since I'm single and straight. That'd be kind of romantic, actually, more so than the cabin. I think we lost the trail. You might be right. Hold on, there's something out of place down there. Naomi jogs towards a steep, muddy hillside. Be careful. Please, watch and learn. She slides down it, almost gliding with an effortless athleticism. You hurry after her, but you can't match her grace. Luckily, she's waiting at the bottom to catch you. Okay, why did we opt for the Tough Mudder obstacle course? Do you smell that? It's exhaust. And those look like tire tracks. She kneels down next to deep, fresh treads in the mud. Did the car just leave? Because you wouldn't be able to smell fresh exhaust after rain. These are fresh. They can't have been here longer than an hour. Naomi, what is that? You're going past her, past the tracks. Oh my god, it's... You rush past her to where you spotted a scrap of white tulle. Beach florets at its edge, stained with mud. That's the headband for her wedding gown. Kate's wedding veil. Oh, we collected a clue. But if it's out here, right next to these strange tire tracks, then I think you were probably right to be worried. I'm sorry, John, but I think your friend has been kidnapped. I'm assuming that would have been came from the cabin, or we haven't discovered anything just yet. You've collected 2 total clues. Okay. So, what do you guys think so far? Let me know. Comment section below. I mean, I'm enjoying it. Would have rather had Most Wanted 2. And again, this is only going to be 1 book. Keep that in mind. So, pretty much when we get to chapters 18 and 20 is when it'll be ending. Or 16 to 20. I don't know. Because remember, we're already thrown off by there's 4 homicides at the beginning. No one's been found dead yet. So the question is who will be found dead? When will they be found dead? I feel like it'll be every other chapter from here on out. Like I'd say by chapter 10, there will be at least 2 corpses. I don't know. I don't know yet. I feel like it's Clue, and we have all the obvious suspects, and then we have the not-so-obvious suspects. So it depends on what type of person you are. Do you suspect the not-so-obvious, or do you suspect the obvious? Or do you do both, like myself, and just go analytically down each and every single one of them? With that being said, I hope you all did enjoy the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down in the description below. Links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Do stay tuned. We have to do Court of Nightfall I unfortunately was not able to finish that or even start it last night. Yesterday was a pretty damn busy day for me, so that's probably one of the reasons why I'm a bit behind that, and we got a late start. But we are looking to catch up as soon as possible. Um, Without further ado, I thank you all for watching. Remember to head down to the description down below, or make sure to hit that bell next to the subscription so you can receive notifications. And without further ado, I'll catch you all in the next video. Have a great day. Peace.